How are we doing, future Joshua? I am coming in super hot. Are we good? Yes, we are good. This is some pretty chill background music. Right. Okay. Hello, friends. Hello. I hope you've had a wonderful day today. I hope you've had a really good Saturday. Mine was... It was okay. It was okay. We are back here in Crusader Kings. We started... The earliest start date is the year 867, where we started as like a 3-year-old, I think. The year is now 888. So it's been, what, like 16 years? Is that vaguely right? And considering this game goes for like 1,000 years, we are yet to even have our first child. Which, I mean, I'm 28 and I don't have any children. I'm talking about our dude here who is 19 saying, oh my god, we don't have kids yet. But right now we have no... It keeps reminding us that we have no player heir. In other words, when we die, the game will flat out end. But we are... If you haven't seen me play this game before, I think this is maybe stream number 4 of this game. We made a custom dude and we started with this single castle. We started with the least possible. Because personally, I think it would be super cool, right, to try and grow from as close to nothing as the game lets you do, rather than start as the King of France or the Pope or something. Like, we're growing from absolutely nothing. And we have already grown. We've had a couple of schemes that they weren't schemes. Schemes makes it sound like it's an actual scheme. Schemes in this game are like intrigue, like plots and assassinations and kidnappings and all that jazz. We haven't done any of that because, again, we were a 3-year-old child. But we did... The one thing we could do is use the little bit of history that I know, which was that the dude in charge of these two will become this fella, King Alfred the Great, who has still yet to get his... what's that called, where it's like you're someone the like Richard the Lionheart, Alfred the Great, William the Conqueror. I'm sure that has a name. Whatever that is, he hasn't got that yet. I think it's epi something, epithet. I don't know. But we cozied up to him. We designated him to teach us. Then he became king of all of this, and suddenly we've got a really good friend. So we have betrothed ourselves to his daughter, and unfortunately, you kind of have to be fairly misogynistic and kind of unethical in this game. So I'm very uncomfortable, like when I sit here and say she's basically completely useless. I feel really bad for saying that. But she is not great. She has no good traits. She has no good stats. The game says that we are not attracted to her, and she doesn't like us. The one thing is that her dad is King Alfred the Great, which means if/when we do get married and we do have a kid, they will then have a claim to King Alfred's title. Granted, we'll then be going up against, like, the heir apparent and the other sons. Like, we'll... that will not be easy to pull off. But I'm hoping that by the time that becomes a thing, we will have... Because right now we're kind of reliant on our ally. If anything happens, we go crying to King Alfred. And in order to progress, we're going to have to start fighting our own battles. Literally. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you've had a wonderful day today. I don't know entirely why that hasn't come up on the screen. Why is chat not coming up on the screen? I have not touched the settings. So this is a little bit strange. Yeah, I haven't changed anything. This scene has unsaved shit. No, it doesn't. We haven't done anything. Yeah, we have... Okay. Let me just go back here, and I'll just use my eyes. Am I in your camera? I don't think you are. It should be on this scene. It should be above where my camera is. This game is not great to have an overlay with. A lot of people, when I see other people stream it, they kind of have the game not take up the whole screen, and then they'll have on the side maybe a chat thing, which is fine. It means that you then obviously you don't need to worry about what you're covering, but it's hard because this normally, say like last night playing Phasmophobia, I know that our dude, he carries something in his right hand, whether it's the flashlight or the camera, the EMF reader, whatever. So you need to be able to see that. Above it, you don't need to. But if I keep everything on one side, then it means that when I go to do a clip, because I don't have the separate video feed to download. So it will have, like, yeah. But I'm pretty happy with where the camera is for this game. It's quite hard because it's all like menus and text boxes and pop-ups, and you're going to be covering something regardless. At least I thought, well, it's probably good to so that you can see the character in the top left, and the bottom left is where all this, all that info on the left. That's quite important. So if I'm talking about the stats or the traits or anything, you wouldn't be able to see them. So I know it means that when we use the menus here, it kind of covers some, but yeah, ramble over. I don't know why it's not showing up. Which is, let me check. Yeah, see, the annoying thing, like, first of all, it means that chat isn't on the screen, and I feel like that's quite a cool thing. It's really good for me because it means that I don't have to keep flicking between Twitch and YouTube, Twitch and YouTube, Twitch and YouTube to check the chat. I can just have it up, and half the screen will be oh my god, what's the word? The like the preview of the stream. So I can see wherever I've put the chat, I can see, oh yeah, that corresponds with what I've got down in Twitch chat. But then if there's something else, I know, oh, okay, we've had a message somewhere else. I don't know why this isn't working. Let me swap. Right. First of all, let me go. Right. If I write in chat, does anything happen? No. Okay. So let's try... we'll go to the Be Right Back one. And then let me try writing in chat when that's up. Then we'll know if it's a problem with Streamlabs or a problem with the scene. This should swap over. Why is this not swapping over? Is Streamlabs having a bit of a wobble tonight? I mean, I'm not going to judge. That's me most nights, to be fair. Oh God, we've got religious music playing. Right. Okay, so it swapped over. Let me try that again now. Ah, yes, so that works. Right, let's try swapping back. I mean, all we've done so far is just basically... We haven't turned it off and on again, but we've swapped to a different one, and now we're swapping back. So maybe there was some kind of glitchiness when it loaded. I don't know. Let's try again. Right, if this comes up now, we're sorted. Yes, okay. It shouldn't have the little icons, because that takes up valuable space. So I'm pretty sure that shouldn't be on. But I'm not gonna. I will just say thank you, RNGesus. Let's get back to it. Okay. I think we're back. Right, I mean, we still haven't progressed. I guess we're on the 4th of July. What's the 4th of July? That's, is it the American Independence Day? Or is it... It's something like that. The day the Civil War ended? I don't know. I know so much of my knowledge is video game based. I know that the year America became the United States of America is 1776. And I know that because Fallout 76, I don't remember exactly what it was. It's something like it's set 300 years. Does that make sense? Because, yeah, I think the year that's set in is 2076. So, yet another thing I know thanks to video games. Okay, let's actually engage brain for a moment. So, we are here. Now we've pissed off our liege right now. In order to form England, we need to form Normandy first. And to do that, we need to become the Duke of this area. I think we can actually see it, yeah. Right now it's called Neustria. But if we take that over, because we have a Viking culture or a Norse culture, we, as they did in history, as my genetic ancestors did, they were Vikings from, you know, wherever, Viking places, and they came down here and they mixed the culture of the Norse and like the Norman, and then they went over here and they made England. So in order to do that, it seems a bit counterproductive, right? That in order to make England and go over here, first we need to stay here and conquer this. But it's what we got to do. Otherwise, it will just forever be known as the Kingdom of Wessex. So even if we took them over and then, like, beat the rest of England, it would still be called Wessex. If we took over the whole of the British Isles and Ireland, it would still be called Wessex. Really weird. But we have two... Oh, I forgot we got that one as well. So we now we have 4 counties, which is much better than the single castle that we had. Basically, until the last stream. Rouen... I don't know how you pronounce any of these places, by the way. Rouen was the capital of our liege. The top liege, the big boss, is King Louis the Stammerer of West Francia. Then there's the Duke, who's in charge of Neustria, which is Duke Gorsbert of Neustria, who is our boss. So our boss's boss is the King of West Francia. Our boss is that dude. And his capital was Rouen. And the reason our character is rocking the straw hat right now is because I thought it would be the ultimate diss on our liege if we took his capital in a war, by the way, that the only chance we had was calling King Alfred. Otherwise, we never would have pulled it off. But with his, 3,000 troops, we smashed it. So we took over his capital in a piss-taking outfit, and I guess we're still wearing it. We also took Evro, which I think belonged to the other Count vassal in Neustria, which is this dude. So he had, at the start, he was our direct neighbor, and he had, everything here. So we won a war against him, thanks again to King Alfred, and took over Evro, and we won a war, thanks to King Alfred, against the Duke in order to get Rouen. Maine was the single independent county nearby, which is why we went for them as well. Because even though it's not connected, it's not part of Neustria, it's something, right? It's going to up our income slightly. But yeah, that's the situation we're in now, I think. We are betrothed to Osber, who, yeah, I don't want to start dissing her again. Feels very mean. We can break the betrothal if we wanted to. Now we've used the alliance with King Alfred a couple of times. We could go for somebody else, someone with really good genetic traits, because we're building a dynasty here, right? A dynasty. I don't know how you say it. Dynasty, actually, I think. So we're going to be playing as our grandchildren's 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 grandchildren. So nabbing some good genetic traits early on would be pretty good. We could, again, we're going into immoral territory. We could selectively engineer super children in a very immoral way. Honestly, though, I think we'll probably just stick with it. It's a bit of a hassle, and it's going to be good to carry on having him as an ally. And we have our plan. But yeah, right now there's 7,000, about 8,000 Viking troops invading across Brittany and all around here. And I think there was also a plague somewhere nearby, just, sprinkling that on as extra bullshit that we're going to have to deal with. The good thing, though, when we end up going to war again against either the Duke or the Count dude, we have a hostage from each of them. So I don't know exactly how that works, but I know, Eves, I'm sorry, my dude, you are getting worse and worse. My dude here was pretty good, but he now has lover's pox. He's infirm, which the description for this is so savage. Weak of body, Eves is not fit for much except waiting for death to claim him. Jesus. And understandably, he's also melancholic. Eves has a hard time seeing the good in life. Understandably so. I mean, the dude he's been on his deathbed for about 4 years. But his diplomacy stat keeps getting worse and worse and worse. So I don't know that we necessarily have anyone right now. But, again, immorally, his wife will become a widow. Let's check before we start as well. I think everyone's married, so this should just be the bishop and then the kids at court. Yeah. I don't remember these people. I remember that dude. That's one of our two that's the adult hostage. The others we're trying to like brainwash / raise and convert their culture and get them to turn on their loving parents. Again, not being the most ethical, but we're also not committing war crimes, although that does seem like it probably should be a war crime. Right. I think we got this set as well, so that we are... Yes, we are currently the marshal for our liege. So ironic that we beat the dude, nicked his capital, and we're now in charge of his army. That does not seem like solid politics to me. I do think, though, that we have a truce. We couldn't declare war on them right now, for example, because I think it's 5 years. Yeah, Count Reynard. 3 years till we can do that. Oh, the one against our Duke is about to end in 60 days. But I don't think... Yeah, so Lizzo is now the capital of the Duke. Sable, also the Duke. All of these are the Count. Although I think he's been majorly raided by all these Vikings. So there's not really anywhere... We can't immediately go for anywhere. I think it said that the Pope... We're now accepted enough as a ruler that we don't have like active debuffs in that way. And in fact, the Pope is actually quite a bit of a fan of ours, wherever he is down there. So he God, Jesus Christ. I think I should be King Louis the Bloody Stammerer. Oh, Jesus. That completely threw me. Okay. Let's just carry on, shall we? So, they're all fine. Eve's my dude is not long for this world. This fella, we are still yet to have an actual army. Because we have so little gold coming in. We could go... Well, it's going to be against that dude, isn't it? We can do an independence war. Oh yeah, so the Pope would give us a claim on the Duchy of Flanders, which I believe is here, right? That's Belgium. So that would be cool, but we're getting way sidetracked. So instead, I think if we get the chance, we'll use our faith to get some money. I think the Pope can send you some money in exchange for like 1,000 faith or something. Because that will be very much appreciated. We got no upgrades, we got no nothing. You probably should be doing though. How do we do? How do we see the wars? Seems like a decision. Yeah, there's that. Maybe, I mean, after that's gone, we should be able to see. And I think we could do an independence war so that we become a vassal of the king rather than a vassal of the duke, who is then in turn a vassal of the king. I think we can do flat out independence. So like independence from not just the duke, but the king of France as well. But then he's gonna go to war with us, and we definitely can't win that. I mean, I think for the time being, we'll let the clock go for a while. Get married to the evil adventurer. That doesn't sound super great, does it? I mean, the adventurer bit is maybe not too bad, but flat out evil, maybe not the best choice for a wife. We could do another war with the duke, but for another county rather than... Ooh, that might be a good shout. We could go with... Which of... Is it that one? Lizzo. Or we could go for that one. Sable. Well, Sable is 2 castles. That didn't sound great. We could do... I think he's only got Sable and Lizzo, right? Yeah. So, probably that one. Because although I would like to link up our land, that, I think, is someone else entirely. Duke Hugo. Who's Duke Hugo? That's someone else, I think. Yeah, who's Duke Hugo? Hugo the Peaceful. That dude. Oh, crumbs. Yeah, he's a bit tough. And he has 2 alliances. Yeah, that's not good. Although right now the Vikings are just kind of having their way. And we are not stopping them. Neither does the King of France seem to be. I mean, we definitely couldn't. Luckily, they've gone south and they've gone west. They came down here rather than going here. That would have been us toast. What about if we go... Do we want to be the Guardian? Not really. I think I'm teaching one kid. Hughes, yeah, that's the hostage from the Duke. Who I think we're training to be... Oh, we haven't... oh, a diplomat, okay. Oh, that would be perfect if he could become of age. He could be our diplomat. Take over from the dying Eves. So we could also teach Gashard. What's Gashard learning about? Just, patient, and curious. What about, yeah, stewardship, money. Yeah, I'll teach that dude. Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope everyone's had a wonderful day. I need... blah, blah, blah. I need to say I had 2 new YouTube subscribers today. One of them, I don't know the name. But hello, if you're that person. I hope you've had a wonderful day. But I gotta say hello to Sumo Wow. Samau Mau. I want to say Sumo Wow. I hope you have had a wonderful day. I would love to imagine you as a sumo wrestler. I watched sumo wrestling. The only thing, like, I've heard of sumo wrestling, and I think it's in, like, some animated films or something, I don't know. And so I just kind of acutely know what it is. It's the wrestling with the really fat dudes. I was watching TV, our internet went down, when was it? Last week, I think. So I was watching the TV, like with the aerial. I do not remember the last time I did that. And there was a random channel showing sumo wrestling. It was really cool. Granted, I did only watch about 15 minutes, but it was really cool. So yeah, I'm imagining you as a sumo wrestler, maybe watching the stream while you practice the sumo throws. I don't know. Eves, my guy, I think it's time to head towards the light. I'm not hoping that you die, but if you could maybe hurry up and decide if you want to get better or not. Oh, okay, I could not have timed that better. Your counsellor Eves died of heart failure. I should probably say clip that, even though it sounds a bit morbid. That will be a fairly depressing clip if I do end up making it. On the plus side, yeah, we don't have a good person ready. But if we go to our court, there should now be Katerina. Here we go. Katerina, who also has... So many people in our court have lover's pox right now. Jesus Christ. 31 diplomacy. Ricardo. He's a poet, he's brave, he's gregarious, and he's honest. That dude sounds absolutely perfect, quite honestly. I mean, we could go for someone that has, like, We could go inheritable traits. Start getting some genetically enhanced super babies in our court. They all don't have as good stats, though. So I reckon we go Ricardo. I think Ricardo sounds like a very, very cool chap. Matrilineal, so he will come to us. Perfect. And he should accept any second. There we go. Ricardo, I wish you the best of luck. You can only be an improvement on Eves, R.I.P. Eves. Eves is one of the first people that we didn't actually hire him or like marry him into the court or anything. He just appeared one day, and he was a peasant leader, it said. So in theory, I was like, hell yeah, this dude, he's not a noble. He's just some dude that's been democratically elected by his fellow peasants. Hell yes. And then he spread lover's pox through the court. And then he got really sick and died. So that's been Eve's adventure so far. I don't know where. There should be somewhere that I'm missing a declare war button, and it should show everybody that we can attack. Maybe it's because there's no one to attack. Okay, so we could do create independence. Okay, so that I think would make us a vassal of the King of France. Liberty, loyal to the crown, no. Supports a pretender. Okay, that's the only one that it will let us do. Can we not choose us? Ooh, I've just got an idea. We could do that. Yeah, there he is. Hughes. If we get Hughes fully brainwashed, then we could fight against the Duke to get him installed as the new Duke, which means our liege would be basically entirely under our control. Feels very Tywin Lannister. I think if we do any of those, it will be university visit, because our education is not great. Turns out Alfred the Great was not great at teaching. I don't know why. I think I'm missing a very obvious button that's somewhere. I don't know. Yes, perfect. They are carrying on heading west. Oh shit, no. Lizeau. French flux. Ah, we've got another plague kicking off. Wonderful. In that case, I will tell our court physician to focus on controlling plague. Humbert the tutor is now terrible for some reason. Not great. Ah, good. Average. her then, I guess. Doing this will cost you 200 renown. That's so much renown. Why is Humbert so terrible? Oh, he's waiting for death to claim him as well. Oh, in that case, we can just leave it and wait for nature to take its course. Yeah. Gouchard. Okay. Yeah, carry on going west, please. Yeah, south works. South works. Declare war. Oh, here we go. Independence War. Yeah, so I don't know that I don't think that makes us a duke, because we're not getting the title. We're just becoming our own other vassal to the King of France, which is not as good. We want to be duke, right? That's the next step. Otherwise, we're just a very, very, very wealthy landowner. If we're moving up in the world, we got to get a fancy title. I don't think there's a lot we can actually do, to be honest. Our guy looks so funny in armor and then a farmer hat. Right. As me and my councillors are gathering for a meeting, my dog Artemis approaches me with begging eyes and a drooping tail. He does not like to be left alone, but this is an important meeting. Well, we've had this event before, and that one, you slam the door shut in front of the dog's begging eyes, and the outcomes are he waits patiently and nothing bad happens, or he goes on an adventure and something bad happens. Not good. Or we just say, oh yeah, come on, the dog can come in with us. Might piss the council off slightly, but if it's that or the dog dying, we'll go with that. Oh no, we got the plague. Oh Jesus, a shadow over Rouen. A walk through Rouen reveals something deeply unpleasant. A plague has arrived in this unassuming hamlet. When meeting the eyes of the infected, they look hollow and vacant inside, as if the spirit is elsewhere. Their clothes are stained deep red around the rear, and they clutch their stomachs as if to stop them from falling out. Already, people are calling this affliction French flux. While numbers remain low, it's only a matter of time until it spreads further. Oh dear. So do we summon the physician? Probably, right? Hang on, the timer's gonna go off. Okay, give me 1 second, folks. Then we'll get back to how we're dealing with the plague. Probably better than the British government did during COVID. Okay. We should be back. And also, I forgot to notch the game volume down after I notched it up one notch, so I don't know what that is, like 10%. From when we were in the spooky town last night. So I apologise if the background music has maybe been a bit too loud. I don't know. But we are here and we are dealing with the plague. The dim, flickering light of... Can I just say as well, we've already had the plague. It was a different plague. But Adrian, our court physician, he fucked it up. So I'm not super jazzed about relying on him again. Anyway, the dim, flickering light of Adrian's infirmary illuminates the scene as the physician lays out a plan of attack. I have a number of observations regarding French flux, chiefly the way patients are afflicted with sanguine excretions like I've never seen before. The plague does not appear to be too severe, and it is my recommendation as a professional that we take a light approach to prevent the spread. After all, we do not wish to hurt the economy. Ultimately, the exact strategy for preventing the spread of this plague is mine to make, so... we're not going to go bury our head in the sand. That does not work. So we can go for a soft approach, a safe treatment, or desperate measures are required. Now, when we did this before, I went, well, I mean, we got to stop the plague, right? Because that will fuck us up. So I went desperate measures, and the dude completely screwed the pooch. Totally messed it up. So this time, especially because he is actually saying that he recommends a light approach. In that case, I guess we'll go with a light approach. But don't fuck it up again. Artemis. Oh, it was a good thing that our dog was with us. Perfect. And we have 2 decisions. Isolate capital. We probably want to do that. Because Bedouin pox. Nope. It's in, where was it? Was it Lazo? Which means it could be just around the corner. So I vote that we isolate the capital. Yeah. Just to protect our court. Because we don't have an heir, we don't have any family or anything. If the plague makes it into our court, we are screwed. So we will take every recommended action. Let's put a bit of a dampener on the war plans. I don't know how we're gonna... Oh, result. It would seem the moderate approach has proven successful with a slowing spread of disease symptoms among the commoners. Though the impact is quite minimal, it should at least grant more time to work on a more permanent solution. Yeah, sweet. Okay, Adrian, you redeemed yourself there. Oh yeah, there's dark plague. Oh, this is not good. French flux has spread. Oh, it's hit Rouen. Okay, if it hits O, that's really not good. Really, really not good. Oh, and it spread even more. God, it's spreading everywhere. Oh, and people are dying from it now. Not great. I don't think it's hit our capital yet, which is good. We'll take that. Annoyingly, we don't really have a source of income. So we can't really build anything or get troops or anything. Oh, here we go. Oh, Gouchard, you absolute legend. There was a commotion among the children today. Yolanda was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Gouchard intervened and managed to stop the fight before anyone got hurt. So he can have the calm trait, the brave trait, or the zealous trait. Of those, I would say calm. Especially if he's going to be a diplomat. That's a good thing for a diplomat. Honestly, we could probably get our spy master doing actual spy master things. Oh, the plague is spreading. Please don't be plague related. Enter seclusion. Oh, and we can get married. Okay. So she is really not great, quite honestly. Impatient, callous, and arrogant. Not ideal. But we're going to have to start popping out kids, especially if the plague's nigh. If this is the end times, we need to have an heir. And that would also make us a permanent ally of King Alfred, which is never going to be a bad thing, right? So I vote yes, we get married. Where was that? Decisions? They've changed a lot of the menu layout and stuff since I played this game last. There's so many more DLCs for... I think I played it and there was like an armor pack and that was it. Now, like, all this plague stuff is new. There's so much that's been added. What does that give us? Don't need to go that far yet. Famous last words. I think... I don't know. We've got Lizzo, so we can't declare war on that. Oh no, we don't have... Could go for that then. And I think it's a neighbour, so it should be quicker. 16 months. Perfect. Yeah, in that case, we'll go Lizzo. You get to work on that, my dude. Ooh. Do something. More reports roll in from County of Rouen as the French flux continues to rage. Barthélemy, that's our bishop, I think, who we don't get to choose. They are appointed by the church. Barthélemy, having brought me the latest of the missives personally, slams a hand onto my desk. The people expect us to be performing some acts to help them, he insists, gesturing at the message. Now, I've seen this type before. All we need to do is purge some of the filthy animals that have been bedeviling the area. The affliction surely won't last without them. Barthélemy leans back in satisfaction as I ponder. It is the will of God. Cats get everywhere. We're not killing the cats. Jesus Christ. No. If we have to kill the cats, we will let the plague happen. I am a cat dad. I am not gonna vote to kill the cats. Cull the sheep. Over 50% likely that it will go bad. Or don't be ridiculous. Oh, I don't know. We're not killing the cats. Oh God, I don't know. And it would make the bishop like us, but he's going to be dead soon. I say it again, we are not killing the cats. So I reckon probably that one. I reckon, yeah, cull the sheep. Don't go killing cats. They're probably doing a good job because they're keeping the rat population down. Betrothal fulfilled. Oh, is that it? Are we officially married? That was fairly unceremonious. A fearless villain. Jesus. Well, I guess we're married. Whoop whoop. Can we customize her? I don't know. I mean, I feel like we should start off by seducing or romancing her, right? Gotta get her on side. And if we're gonna be married to her, makes sense to be actually in love with them. Becomes your lover. I mean, is she our lover or is she our wife? I don't... Is she both? Does that mean that she could be our... Yeah, I guess. Because that's what it would be if you were having an affair with someone in this. You'd then have a lover that is... Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. I mean, we'll start off by just swaying her, because right now she likes us, but she's not a huge fan. Educate child. You know who you could teach? You could teach... Who's teaching adult mode? Nobody. Adult mode. I thought she was being taught by someone. Education. Don't know. I mean, we have Who's the diplomat? Ricardo. Yeah, you, my guy, you could teach adult mode. You've only got another year. Yeah, she'll soon be an adult. But maybe impart some wisdom. Some is better than none. We have nope. Who's that? Erard. Erard's becoming Marshal. So we could, let's instead get our wife to teach. Or will it not let her? Let's try. I don't know why that's not working. You know, we're going Gouchard, that's who we're teaching. Who actually, maybe we should swap to... oh no, they are, okay. I thought they were also becoming a diplomat. We've got too many diplomats. Hughes, what's Hughes becoming? He is becoming a diplomat. Okay. I wish there was, like, you can do for unmarried, like, uneducated. Like, no one is their guardian. That would be super helpful. Erard, the Marshal. Oh yeah, here we go. So we're gonna remove his guardian. And we're going to go to our wife, and we're going to get her to educate Erard. Perfect. Okay, so I guess, we could have babies at any point now. Probably more likely when we romance her. And probably more likely when there isn't a rampant plague. Seems like a bit of a mood killer. That dude's not great. We can definitely get a better steward by this point, I reckon. Let's have... I mean, if she's about to become an adult, we could get a good husband that's good at... Oh, is that the plague gone? Oh no, it's still here. I think it got better. I don't know. Okay. I still don't know how we, No, we don't have the gold to... And we don't really want to be hosting an event when there's a plague going down. doesn't seem super great. Okay, so Loki forgot that I had the time not paused. Right. Perks, here we go. Honestly, I think all of them. What does Gallant do? Ooh, that's pretty good. Probably go with that one first, right? Because we're trying to romance. I definitely think the plague is clearing up, which is very good news. Humbert's gonna die soon too. Don't have any artifacts, so don't need to worry about that. Oh. Oh shit, the dude died. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. God knows that I was cursed the day I met Count Renaud. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that contemptuous sycophant to his grave. Thank you, RN Jesus. Oh, and that dude's becoming count. Oh, sugar. Okay, so we didn't manage to pull it off in time. Soon depart to take his throne in Bayou. Okay, so that's the dude we were literally trying to raise. Pretty vulnerable. Unfortunately, we don't have... That's for Lizzo. Yeah. We could maybe get this guy as an ally. Because when we take over, we're not going to be able to hold all of them ourselves. So we're going to have to start getting some vassals. Oh, wrong one. Oh, I think it's that dude. I think it's that one that removes bad stuff. Maybe not. Well, one of the council, they can work on removing a bad thing on the land. Not like a curse. Not like an exorcist. Like, inefficient... What's it called? Unused farmland and disastrous cull. Oh, so the sheep thing didn't work. Okay. I thought it worked. Oh well. Decisions. We can't... Right now, we should... Ideally, we would just declare war on him, like, now. But we can't without a cause. And can't do that until that dude's done with that. And then we'll have to do another one. There's got to be a better way. What about request claim? Nope. Maybe if he liked us more. I don't know. Child heritage. Achievey, isn't that? I thought that was someone at our court called Achievey. Is that it? Is that the big secret she was working on? I don't know how we... How did we find out that this dude murdered someone? Blackmail? Or do we... I mean, just tell everyone. I don't know who that is or who he murdered, but... Oh, hang on. Achievey's daughter is Isabeau, is the Duke's illegitimate child. Ah, now we're talking. How... Is there a way that we can... Why is he not listed? Bastard. I mean, that's going to make our liege look bad, right? So, expose. I don't know. I'm not really feeling this tonight. I don't know. Oh, well, this is weird. I don't think I've ever done this since I got my webcam. I do not have the camera on now. Oh, this is... I don't have to set up. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, my back is so happy right now. Okay, who do we have? I think everyone's being taught. How's wifey doing? Oh yeah, we were going to have a look. Can we get her in a cool outfit? I wish there was like a zoom in. So I'd love to actually see a bit closer. I didn't know you could like pose the people. Not sure exactly why we'd want to do this, but I suppose it's nice that we have an option. Drunk animation. Oh, hell yes. Playing a lute. Hell yes. Hell yes. I would love to play a lute. Hello, friends. Sorry, I got majorly distracted playing dress up. But I did not know. I had to put the camera and the mic back on. Because all of these ones we saw, right? That one's not terrible, but I don't want to make us look fancier than we are right now. Because we are still just a lowly count. These are new. Adventurer's Cloak, that's new. Vigman's Cloak, that's new. Norse Cape, that's new. Fox Skin, defo new. Fur Cape, new. But this one, Big Fur Cloak, aka the Night's Watch Game of Thrones cape. Hell yes, we gotta go with that. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Kind of feel like we can take off the fuck you farmer hat. It unironically does kind of look like a bit of a vibe, though. God, I am really sleepy, folks. We've achieved basically nothing tonight. My head hasn't really been in the game tonight. I apologise. Sombrero? Hell yes. A sombrero. Maybe that's something different than the one I'm picturing in my head. Do something animated so that we can see how it looks from different angles. I hope everyone's had a wonderful day. If you're... I somehow doubt there is anyone. But I hope you've had a wonderful day. I'm going to call it, folks. I will be back streaming tomorrow. I will be playing a game that I will be a lot more into. And all that jazz. I'm okay. I'm fine, but I'm gonna call it. I'll talk about it tomorrow. But take care. Take care, friends. I'm doing a super quick goodbye. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. or your morning, whatever you might be doing. And I'm gonna go have a